So my dear friends, whenever a person is not able to perform an action particularly against the gravity, or you can say against the resistance of the gravity, suppose I am performing the bicep flexion or flexion at the elbow joint using my brachialis and bicep brachii to assess their strength. So I am able to perform this activity without any external resistance except the gravity, which is always acting on our body. But sometimes whenever a person is not able to perform this action, or his muscles or his or her muscles are not so strong to perform an action even against the resistance of the gravity, then we use a certain type of plane that is known as the gravity minimized plane, gravity eliminated plane, and it is also known as the horizontal plane. But some books used to mention the gravity minimized, or some books mention the gravity eliminated. So in this video we'll discuss that which term is appropriate in between these two terms, the gravity eliminated or gravity minimized, and we'll also discuss the mechanism behind this minimization of the gravity and what basic physics principle are occurring behind this major concept of decrease in the amount of gravity acting on a particular joint segment. So I welcome you all to the official YouTube channel of Phi Explain Solution, where your health is our priority. So well friends, I hope you all are well versed with the terms like momentum, gravitational torque, external force, etc. So let's take an example. If I want to check the integrity or strength of my brachialis, this, and the bicep brachii, let's take an example of this. So I am performing this action against only a single force that is occurring or pulling it downwards in the towards the ground, that's the gravity, and that force acting against my intended motion. My intended motion is to flex my joint, this elbow joint, and gravity is pulling it downward toward the extension. That's why the force the gravity is creating is known as the external movement arm, or the extension torque, or gravitational extension torque. You can use any of these terms. So basically the gravity is resisting the movement in a particular fashion whenever a motion is performed in the sagittal axis. So, or you can say the sagittal plane and the mediolateral axis. And my dear friends, so this is the general case whenever I am talking about this sagittal plane. So we should be well versed with these two concepts first to go towards the particular main topic of this video, that what does this horizontal plane is. First thing, the horizontal plane is the plane that divides the body into upper and the lower half. If I cut my body in two pieces like this, the upper half and the lower half is this plane, this imaginary line or this imaginary cut is known as the horizontal plane. So my dear friends, we know that axes and planes are oriented perpendicular to each other, or you can say 90 degrees to each other. So if this is the plane, this plane, so where will be the axis of this plane? Perpendicular. That is, the horizontal plane will have the vertical axis that is acting from cranial to caudal direction like this, and axis is the point on which the plane rotates. So, and whenever we are talking about a motion at a particular joint, so our joint acts as a fulcrum or axis. So now, as we have seen that whenever I am performing the action in this sagittal plane that divides the body into two, left and right part, so that motion is flexion and extension, and in this motion gravity is resisting and applying an external force on this segment of my forearm, and down that pulling for the forearm complex in downward direction. Thus this action is known as extension, and gravity is pulling downward. So what type of torque gravity is creating? That is gravitational external torque. That's why whenever we are assessing the gravitational pull at a particular joint, we just see that which type of motion is external force or gravity is creating, and we add on to that name particularly. So in this case, the external gravitational torque created by the gravity or acted on this forearm segment is resisted by our force of this musculature, the bicep brachii and the brachialis. But if the patient does not have the enough strength to cope up or to act against this gravitational force, then we use the gravity minimized or gravity eliminated plane. So my dear friends, before understanding the mechanism behind this minimization of the gravity, we should be confirmed with these two terms that which one is appropriate. So elimination means complete absence of something. So my dear friends, we know that as far as the earth is concerned, whenever we are standing on the earth, gravity is always acting on our body segment irrespective of the position. So the gravity elimination word is not appropriate here. Even the gravity is somewhat minimized whenever we are performing the action in the horizontal plane, but it is never zero. So we prefer to use the word gravity lessened or gravity minimized plane. That plane is known as gravity minimized or gravity lessened. So this is the first concept. Then we have the mechanism behind this, how this gravity is minimized or lessened. So my dear friends, when suppose now I am performing the flexion and extension in this horizontal plane, the plane which is dividing my body into upper and the lower halves. So now this action, this is flexion and this is extension, the straightening of your elbow joint. So in this position, the axis of the motion is changed. How? In this position, the axis is mediolateral like this, because the motion is happening in the sagittal plane. In this motion, the axis is vertical because the motion is happening in the horizontal plane. And so in this way, we know that when I am performing the action in the horizontal plane like flexion and extension, so the gravity is passing more or less through the axis of the joint, first thing, and so that the distance between the point where the gravity is acting and the fulcrum, that is known as the gravitational moment arm, it is decreased. Because and second thing, so gravitational moment arm is decreased. Secondly, the torque or the line of gravity of this particular segment, the center of gravity of this particular segment is passing through the axis of your or fulcrum of your motion. That's why whenever the external torque would act through the axis of a particular or fulcrum of a particular segment, then its effect on that particular segment will be null or minimized. So that's why this plane is known as the gravity minimized or gravity lessened plane, because you can see that whenever I am performing the action in the sagittal plane, the gravity is acting here and it is pulling and creating an extension torque. But in this position, it is neither creating a flexion torque, neither creating an extension torque. That's why it is not resisting either of the motion, flexion or extension. So our main purpose of decreasing the effect of gravity is clear. That's why we call this plane as a gravity minimized plane, because of the two factors, that is decrease in the moment arm, and as the axis of the gravitational vector or the line of gravity of this particular segment or the center of mass of this particular segment is passing through the axis of this motion, which decreases the moment arm of the external gravitational torque to nil. That's why the gravity is minimized in particular segment. So my dear friends, I hope you understood the whole concept, and to better understand the concept, you must be well versed with the concept of axis planes. And if you want to know about these more concepts, you can see the video link there about the basic biomechanics, and you can like, share, subscribe to our channel for further updates. Stay tuned and stay connected. Thanks a lot for watching.